Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News. Congressman Auchincloss and Attleboro State Representative Jim Hawkins were at the South Attleboro Commuter rail station Friday afternoon with a message urging the MBTA to reprioritize funding for the station's renovation. The station has been closed since February 2021 due to safety concerns. Priority shifted away from the project during the pandemic due to low ridership. Both Congressman Auchincloss and Representative Hawkins spoke with DoubleACS.
Last fall, Congress approved a generational investment in our nation's infrastructure, more than $1 trillion for fixing roads and bridges, improving public transit, guaranteeing clean water, and making our electric grid more resilient, sending almost $9 billion to Massachusetts to help us lay the foundation for a strong economy in the 2020s. And the South Attleboro Commuter Rail Station is exactly the kind of project we had in mind for this funding. The South Attleboro Commuter Rail Station is a critically important transportation juncture for economic development, for housing, and for connecting Attleboro residents to jobs and services.
We've been working on this for several years. This station was neglected for decades is the reason that it was closed. There was a beam that was found structurally cracked in the overpass, and they had to close the station. But in the meantime, the development around this station, 350 units of housing up the street, commercial development, has all been based on having this station here. So we're urging MBTA to make this a priority for their funding. The design is nearly 100% complete. The design includes a glass enclosed overpass, 3 elevators, full-length high-rise platforms, tying in Rhode Island Regional Transit with Massachusetts Regional Transit and commuter rail. Solving all the traffic issues here is all part of the plan, but they do need to fund this. The report came out last week, the CIP report. The plan hasn't been released. It's near 100%, but it's not released. And our concern is that if this delays funding by a year and construction by another 2 years, that's too long to go without this station. It was only closed because of neglect is the only reason, and it's affecting the area around here in a very difficult, very detrimental way. Constituents have been putting up with this for a long time. A lot of constituents would not use this station because you can see through the stairs to the ground below. A lot of people would not use this, and people have bought houses near here so they could walk to the station, and now all of a sudden they're high and dry. There's a 350 unit housing development going in up the street. People are counting on being able to walk here or take the shuttle bus here. So yes, I absolutely have heard a lot from constituents. They're very eager to see this progress.
And I'll add to that, the governor has made it a hallmark of his administration to compel more housing production in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Over the last 15 years in the greater Boston area, Massachusetts has created something like 2.5 jobs for every 1 unit of housing, and that's led to a massive supply-demand imbalance with housing and led to higher prices. The governor, through the Housing Choice Act and through investments in transportation, is trying to persuade and at times compel municipalities to build more housing near transportation hubs. Attleboro is doing that. Attleboro really has taken the initiative to zone for more housing production near its key commuter rail stops, but it needs, of course, the improved commuter rail to continue that good trend.
There's been bidding wars on houses in Attleboro. This house is going up in every postage stamp lot in the area. There's high-rise apartments downtown. There's 350 units going in just up the street from here. The people have moved out of Boston expecting to be able to commute, and this station is closed. This is horrible timing. Right now, the funding for the next 5 years is being decided, so I'm going to urge people to please send in your comments if this is a station that you use and this affects you. The email address is cipengagement@mbta.com, and if you'd be willing, because I want to keep track of this, CC me also at james.hawkins@mahouse.gov.